Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Reeve Davis, and I'm going to be running for governor of California. Now, I don't know about you, but I absolutely love the state of California. I've been born and raised here my whole life, and the state of California is in fact home to a total of 9 national parks, 6 of which I've been to myself. And I can tell you this right now. They're all unique and absolutely gorgeous in their own right, and that's just something you don't really find in any other state. The state is also home to a total of 281 state parks, which is 191 more parks than the state of Texas has. Incredible, incredible. Now, in California, you also have the ability to surf in the morning at Bolsa Chica, and then take a 2.5 hour trip up to Big Bear and ski in the afternoon. Something you can't really do in any other state, with California having such a diversification in weather, which is honestly incredible. Now, it's important to me in my heart, that California is protected. We've been seeing a lot of wildfires, fires, all that stuff happening in my state, and it breaks my heart to see the destruction and the damage. It's also an important issue to me of the public transport, or the road conditions mainly. I believe that the road conditions shouldn't be as terrible as they are. Now, hopping into talking about the natural disasters, every state has them. Oklahoma has their tornadoes, East Coast has their hurricanes, and there's not really much that they can do to prevent them or to stop them. It's more of like, okay, it's happening, stay safe. California, these natural disasters, these fires, this is something that should be stopped quickly and not quite as severely as they have been. Like, in my opinion, fires, something that should be able to be stopped. A lot of people during the Palisades fires were noting that fire hydrants were going dry. Now, I initially thought that it was because we didn't have enough water, but actually looking into it, it was the LAist who reported that it wasn't necessarily a lack of water, it was a lack of pumps, and pumps being able to pump the water up the hills to all the fires at the same time. That was what was truly getting us. Now, if I became governor, I would take a look at the past. The past says there's been fires before impacting residential areas, especially with huge fires like the Palisades fire recently, the Malibu fires. I would have seen that, and I would have said, we need to improve our infrastructure. We need to make sure that there's a way to actually fight these fires, and we're not just doing nothing, because if you don't have water, you don't have a way to fight the fire. I'd figure out a way to improve the infrastructure mainly. Now, it's also another issue of mine is the public roads. They're absolutely terrible. If anybody here travels on Clark on either direction to LBCC, you know that the road conditions are absolutely terrible, a mile in each direction. It's constantly avoiding. You might have to even just drive fully on the right side of the road, take up 2 lanes, why don't you? Because of how terrible the road conditions are. It's also terrible because Californians pay approximately 40% more than the national average in taxes. So with that, you'd think that the road conditions would be 40% better than any other state, when in fact they are towards the bottom end of the spectrum. The LA Crimes also reports that much of the gas tax goes to public transport, which is kind of interesting to me because public transport seems like shouldn't be costing quite that much. A lot of this money goes towards the bullet train, which should be finished originally by 2020. It didn't happen, and only cost a total of $33 billion. Instead, the project is getting delayed until about 2033 and could cost well over $126 billion. Now, if I became governor, I'd figure out a way to make the public transport system pay for itself, much like the mailing system. And then I would also figure out how to help improve the road conditions while lowering the gas taxes and hopefully get us closer to that national average. Let's see here. California is an amazing state, however, with a few minor tweaks and edits, I believe we can make this state truly the greatest state by far, undoubtedly, in all of the United States. Currently, too many people are leaving California and not coming to our state. I believe if we make these changes and elect me as governor, we could even get us an electoral vote back. All right, you guys have a great day, and bye-bye.